I love to do street interviews. What do you think about this idea?
Awesome, me too. I have to make some street interviews right now because I want to interview people with these vibing questions.
What is it? Please show me.
Vibing, it's a card game. So I'm an international. I've been living in Berlin for 5 years, and I just roll my eyes when everyone's like, where are you from? How long you been here? What's your occupation? There's got to be better ways to get to know people. So throughout the years of frustration, I've collected all the questions that lead to interesting conversations and getting to know somebody. So
show me.
So one of them is naked karaoke. Does this sound like a bad dream or a fun time? Right? And then you get to find out whether somebody thinks that's cool or not, and you get to know somebody. Here's another one which is quite philosophical actually. Would you want somebody to tell you if you had salad in your teeth? How would you like to be told? And then whatever they answer to that, then you escalate and you say, okay, same question, but now you have body odor. What do? So these questions really let you get to know someone's personality.
More questions?
Oh, there's 50.
50?
There's 50.
Yeah, show them.
Some of them are spicy. Like. Oh, please. So, yeah, like this one, like, what is something you think should be taught in school? These open a window into the person's personality more. So I'm on a mission to actually go do some street interviews to get people's answers to this, to build a little bit of hype on social media, because I made the questions. My awesome fiance, she made the design, and in between that, it's never failed to make a boring party fun again.
Yeah, cool. I could think about the same, like doing it in German or like new questions. Yeah, wonderful. And did you print them by yourself?
Oh, there's actually, this is the prototype, but there was a really, really helpful print shop. Unfortunately, I'm forgetting their name, but over on Warschauer Straße, it's a full service print shop. So this was made in Berlin. Yes.
How did you get the idea? Because you wanted to have interesting questions for parties as well as for street interviews?
Well, you know what? Okay, it's a bit spicy. There's a game, it's a drinking game. I won't mention them here, but every time I played this drinking game, the questions were really spicy and it always led to making out. And I'm like, this is fun. I feel so connected to this person, but I intended to make this game a little bit more PG-13. It's also not a drinking game. It's just something you do to get to know people better. There's no stakes. You just answer the questions and you feel understood. You feel like you express yourself better than information. How many years you've been in Berlin, that's just math. But these questions help you express yourself and get to know people better. So I want to connect with people that way, but not necessarily have it lead to sex. So I tried to make it PG-13. Let's let other people judge whether I did that successfully.
But if I would like to do a street interview with this set of cards, should I give all of them to the person and let them decide to pick a card, or what do you think? Or should I choose for them?
Good question. So sometimes I do it randomly, but I gotta be honest, some of these questions are like, if you could ask God or Buddha or the universe one question, what would it be? If somebody asked you that out of the blue, maybe they would answer, maybe not, but there are numbers on the questions. So for example, 4 is relatively early. So the way I have the questions lined up, you can shuffle them randomly, but if you start at 1 and work your way up, it's gonna start off a little bit lighter and escalate in philosophical intensity. So that way you can ask something, pick a random number 1 through 50, because I have them all memorized.
37.
Oh, all right, 37. All right, if I have this right, 37 is, what are the rumors about you and are they true?
Wow, that's a picky question.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that question. Yeah. Wow. Shall I answer it?
Yeah, please.
Oh my God. I think people think I'm a weirdo, I'm a nerd, I'm a freak, because I'm recording everything, put my phone outside, and so maybe that's probably a rumor, and it's definitely true. Well, awesome. That's a wonderful question, but it really makes you think about yourself spontaneously.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm glad you like it.
Would you mind if I try it for street interviews?
Oh, 100%. I'll come out with you. I'll hold the camera. You
Yeah,
can,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a wonderful idea. And have you experiences with street interviews so far? How many did you do? Like, can you guess?
I've done like 4 maybe.
4.
I have to edit them into real. I hate editing.
Yeah.
I need to make AI do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
But shooting is fun. Editing is the real work.
I feel the same
Yeah.
way. Shooting is the best, and then editing is the ugly work.
Oh yeah.
That's the question I would like to ask. How do you approach people to do a street interview? Because
Okay.
this is always sticking around my mind.
I have
like,
2
how
answers.
do I? Okay.
I have 2 answers. So if they're from somewhere besides Germany, they don't give a fuck. But because we're in the land of the Datenschutz, Germans are really weird about being recorded. So what I'll usually do is I'll have my phone here, I'll have a friend with me, and I'll have a couple of the easy questions. I'll have a couple of the easy questions, and then I'll be like, hey, you know, I made this card game. It's really interesting questions. I bet you'll love this. So I'll get the person vibing with a couple of the questions to warm them up, and I'll be like, hey, this is fun. Let's make a video. Let's make an interview. So that's how I've done it, the times that I've done it, and that's how I plan to do it. And it's so funny because I have another friend. He records these interviews. I think these questions are very deep. I wouldn't open with these questions. He's asking people, what is your purpose? What is your dream? And if you know the psychology, you should only share that with an accountability partner. You want to you don't want to overshare that type of thing. So this is based on science from a podcast from Huberman Lab. He says that. So my friend, he's asking these intense questions where I kind of raise my eyebrows. Okay, but maybe he and I, or all 3 of us, we can go out together. I can warm them up with the vibing questions. Then he can ask people their dreams, and you can ask people what makes Berlin weird, what brought you here, blah, 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 blah. But that's how I do the street interviews.
And then the other question is, how do you select the people? Do you just randomly choose people, or do you think like, oh, this guy could be interesting, or this guy, no, I should not ask?
Well,
It's...
You know, we live in a society. I'm trying to hype myself on social media, so if it's cute girls, that's always better. That's just kind of the way it is. But also, if I'm at a party and I'm having good conversations with people, then I'll pull them aside and be like, hey, let's make some vibing interviews. So the ugly truth is that pretty people are a little bit more, they get more attention on the reels, but it's just fun to talk to anybody.
How would you translate vibing into German?
You tell me, man.
I'm not sure. Or can you explain vibing in English?
Yeah, well, vibing is, I wrote a whole blog about this. I can share it with you. But vibing is, I want to kill small talk and replace it with vibing. So, just see this girl. I hope she doesn't fall in the ice. So vibing is, it's a non-logical, light-hearted type of conversation. Hang on, I have my definition. So vibing is a type of conversation that exists only to elevate the mood of a setting. Whereas a lot of people are just in the habit of doing, as I call them, LinkedIn questions. What's your occupation? How did you find Anmeldung? Just logical stuff. And I want people to leave the logic in the office. We can really get to know each other through funny ways that are just a little more indirect, and you'll find out all that stuff about people later. But especially at a party or just having fun when you're out, people just want to have fun, and there are so much better ways to do that than the same 3 questions over and over and over again, the interview questions. So yeah, vibing is just conversation that exists to elevate the mood.
So I wish you a lot of vibing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.